Paulette Harlow, a 75-year-old woman from Kingston, Massachusetts, found herself at the center of a storm that began with a conviction last November. Her crime was participating in a pro-life blockade of a Washington, D.C. abortion clinic in 2020. This action led to her being sentenced to 24 months in jail, a severe consequence for an elderly woman with a debilitating medical condition. The Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act, known as the FACE Act, under which Harlow was convicted, aims to protect the rights of individuals seeking reproductive health services. It prohibits violent, threatening, damaging, and obstructive conduct intended to interfere with the right to seek, obtain, or provide these services. Alongside the FACE Act, Harlow was also found guilty of civil rights conspiracy, a statute that safeguards rights guaranteed by the United States Constitution and law. The judge presiding over Harlow's case, Judge Colleen Collar-Cotelli of the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia, also sentenced the other 8 protesters involved. Unlike some of her co-defendants, Harlow was allowed to remain under house arrest pending her sentencing due to her health issues, a small concession given her condition. Her lawyer, Alan Orenberg, while declining to specify the nature of her health issues, had mentioned this special consideration. The protest itself was a dramatic event, with the blockade of the Washington Surgery Clinic being recorded by 42-year-old Josh Darnell, another protester who is now serving 34 months in prison. The footage, over an hour and a half long, depicts protesters chaining themselves inside the clinic, praying the rosary, and singing hymns to the Blessed Virgin Mary. They refused to leave even when asked by police, their actions driven by a deep conviction to save what they believe are lives at risk. In a statement released by the Department of Justice, the actions of the protesters were described as a conspiracy to blockade the reproductive health care clinic, thereby preventing it from providing and patients from receiving reproductive health services. Many of the protesters, including Harlow, had traveled from various northeastern and midwestern states to participate in the clinic blockade, which was directed by Lauren Handy and broadcast on Facebook. The statement detailed how the protesters forcefully entered the clinic, using their bodies, furniture, chains, and ropes to block the doors. In addition to Harlow and Darnell, other individuals received prison sentences. Harlow's sister, Jean Marshall, 74, and Heather Edoni, 59, both received 24 months in prison. William Goodman, 54, Joan Bell, 76, and Herb Garady, 27, were each sentenced to 27 months. Lauren Handy, the leader, received the most severe penalty of 4 years and 9 months in prison, while John Hinshaw, 69, who pleaded not guilty, received the least prison time at 21 months. Smith, 34, who had pleaded guilty to a felony FACE Act charge in March of the previous year, was given a sentence of 10 months in prison. This incident brings to light the intense and often polarizing nature of the abortion debate in the United States. The protesters, driven by a belief that they were saving lives, faced severe legal consequences for their actions. Their story is a powerful testament to the strength of their convictions and the lengths to which they were willing to go to act on their beliefs. In reflecting on this situation, one might consider the biblical insight from Proverbs 31 verses 8 to 9, which states, "Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and needy." These verses underscore the moral imperative to stand up for what one believes is right, even in the face of great personal risk. However, the actions of the protesters also bring to mind the words of Jesus in Matthew 10 verse 16, "I am sending you out like sheep among wolves. Therefore be as shrewd as snakes and as innocent as doves." This counsel to be wise and peaceful in our actions is crucial, especially in highly charged situations such as this. The story of Paulette Harlow and her fellow protesters is not just a narrative about a legal battle, but also about the enduring struggle over deeply held beliefs and the rights of individuals on both sides of the abortion debate. It highlights the complexities of moral and legal considerations and the profound impact these issues have on people's lives. As we ponder this story, it is essential to remember the importance of compassion and understanding. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6 advises, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." This guidance reminds us to seek wisdom and direction beyond our limited perspective, trusting in a higher power to guide us through complex and challenging situations. Another relevant biblical prophecy is found in Isaiah 1-17, which states, "Learn to do right, seek justice, defend the oppressed, take up the cause of the fatherless, plead the case of the widow." This verse speaks to the heart of the protesters' mission to defend what they believe are the rights of the unborn, viewed by them as the most vulnerable and voiceless in society. The case of Paulette Harlow and her fellow protesters serves as a stark reminder of the ongoing tensions and conflicts in our society. It challenges us to think deeply about the principles we hold dear and how we act upon them. Whether one agrees with the actions of the protesters or not, their story is a powerful example of standing firm in one's beliefs, even in the face of significant adversity. Jeremiah 22 verse 3 provides further insight with, "This is what the Lord says, do what is just and right. Rescue from the hand of the oppressor the one who has been robbed. Do no wrong or violence to the foreigner, the fatherless, or the widow, and do not shed innocent blood in this place." This verse reinforces the protesters' perspective, emphasizing the importance of protecting innocent lives. The conviction and sentencing of Paulette Harlow and her fellow protesters underscore the high stakes involved in the ongoing debate over abortion in the United States. Their actions, driven by a desire to protect life as they see it, have led to severe legal consequences. As we reflect on their story, it is essential to consider the broader implications for our society and the importance of approaching such deeply divisive issues with both conviction and compassion. The biblical insights remind us to stand up for what we believe is right, while also being wise and peaceful in our actions. This balance is crucial as we navigate the complex moral and legal landscapes of our time. It is also worth noting the broader societal implications of such cases. The legal system, public opinion, and individual actions are all intertwined in a complex dance that defines the landscape of reproductive rights in America. This case, with its dramatic elements and severe consequences, will undoubtedly resonate in public discourse for years to come. The actions of Harlow and her fellow protesters are emblematic of the passionate and often contentious nature of the abortion debate, highlighting the ongoing struggle to balance rights, beliefs, and the law. As society continues to grapple with these issues, it is imperative to foster dialogue that is respectful and empathetic. The story of Paulette Harlow invites us to consider not only the legal and moral dimensions of such actions, but also the human element. The individuals who, motivated by deep convictions, choose to take a stand, whatever the cost. In doing so, they challenge us all to reflect on our beliefs, our actions, and the kind of society we wish to create. In this turbulent arena, we must remember the words of Micah 6 verse 8, which remind us of the core values we should strive for. "He has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with your God." These principles of justice, mercy, and humility can guide us as we navigate the complex and often contentious issues surrounding abortion and reproductive rights, striving to create a society that honors the dignity and worth of every individual. Additionally, the words of Proverbs 24 verses 11 to 12 offer a sobering reminder. Rescue those being led away to death. Hold back those staggering toward slaughter. If you say, "But we knew nothing about this," does not he who weighs the heart perceive it? Does not he who guards your life know it? Will he not repay everyone according to what they have done? This verse challenges us to confront difficult truths and act with moral courage, reinforcing the gravity of the decisions we make and their impact on the lives of others.
If you enjoyed this video and want more insights into Bible prophecy, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Stay tuned for more enlightening discussions. Until next time, keep seeking the truth.